Hi friends, this video is about making seedlings ready for summer gardening in a fast, easy and efficient way. As I am preparing for my summer gardening, I need to prepare a lot of tomato plants. I always use it to start from the seeds, but that requires a lot of time, patience and it also requires a lot of maintenance. So the fastest and easiest method I have been following for last few years is use cuttings instead of seeds. I have two tiny tim tomato plants growing in this Aerogarden harvest. This plant is done with its first crop and it needs some maintenance for second crop. Part of the maintenance at this point requires trimming the plant. As I trim the plants, I will take some cuttings and place them in another Aerogarden or some other hydroponic system. This is a win-win for both my existing plants as well as to prepare for my outside gardening. All my Aerogardens are occupied at this time. However, I have this AHopeGarden hydroponic system ready to use. So I am going to use it. I also have a couple of Aerogarden seed starting trays. But I found that the tomato plants get overcrowded so fast and it gets difficult to keep them in seed starting tray in case I have to keep them for a longer time. And also it gets difficult to take them out for transplanting. So I prefer something that is more comfortable to deal with the seedlings. Since I am going to transplant these cuttings once they are well established, I am placing the cuttings directly in the pot baskets without any sponge. Try to make the cuttings with same height so that the light distribution will be better to all the cuttings. That's it. I placed the cuttings in all 8 pots. Some pots have multiple seedlings. Let's see how many of these will survive and become plants. These cuttings can easily survive in plain water and develop the roots, but adding some nutrition will boost their development. So I will add 3 ml of Aerogarden nutrition at this time. It's been 2 weeks. All cuttings are well established. They all developed an amazing root system. These plants are ready to go to soil anytime from this point. But the weather is not looking any great, so I am going to wait little longer. Now that the cuttings are well established and they are going to stay in this garden for little longer, I will add another 4 ml of nutrition. There is no math here. I am just trying to keep all these plants survive and get strengthened. It's been 4 weeks. Look at all these well established plants. And look at the root system. They all developed a pretty solid root system. These plants are perfectly ready to transplant and I am going to transplant them today. I am too lazy to go through the hardening process and I found that it is not really necessary, at least for tomato plants. So I normally wait for the night temperatures to stay above 50°F and then directly transplant them into the soil. They get little shock, but they will come back quickly. These are all the plants. I will take them out from the pot baskets and place them into the soil. And here they are in the soil. Since I transplanted them directly from the hydroponic system, I will be watering these plants heavily for the first week. After that, it is always based on the moisture levels in the soil. This whole process took just 4 weeks for me. If I had to start these plants from seeds in a traditional seed starting tray, it would take anywhere from 8 weeks to 12 weeks. But with the help of AHopeGarden hydroponic system and some cuttings, the plants are ready in soil within just 4 weeks. I used AHopeGarden hydroponic system because that was the one available when I started this process. Otherwise, any hydroponic system works pretty much the same way for this kind of seedling process. Alright, that is all for now. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching and happy gardening.